Hi, I'm Coach Cheyenne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're doing an inside edition today. I've had tons of you ask me about the difference between the golf elbow and a tennis elbow, how to prevent it, how do we get it, what happens when you have it, all things elbow. So I reached out to my really beautiful and very talented friend Jess, and she's gonna help us with giving us tips on how to strengthen it and what the difference between both of those elbows are, tennis versus golf. Let's get started. So here I have Jess Wong, the very talented TPI Certified Golf Physiotherapist.
Hi Cheyenne, it's great to see you again.
Jess, let's talk elbows. As you know, I play tennis and golf. So are the tennis and golf elbow the same thing?
So great question. Golfer's elbow and tennis elbow are not the same type of elbow injuries. Golfer elbow, also known as a medial epicondylitis, is an overuse injury due to repetitive strain of the forearm flexor muscles, so more located on the inside of your elbow here. So you can think of it as repetitive flexing or movement of the wrist like so. That's typically seen with a scooping motion in your backhand. Whereas a tennis elbow is more also known as a lateral epicondylitis, and that is also an overuse injury due to repetitive stress of the forearm extensor muscles. So when your wrist is doing this type of motion. And so that's commonly seen with any kind of flicking of the wrist in a tennis backhand, or with golf, you can think of it at impact or after impact for your follow through, the motion of your wrist like so. So someone that experiences either tennis elbow or golfer's elbow will experience pain around their elbow, either inside or outside. That pain can also radiate all the way down the forearm to the hand or even to the wrist. And they'll find it difficult to lift and even grip with the pain.
Thanks, Jess. That was very informative. How does one get it?
The onset of this injury is usually 24 to 72 hours after activity with a lot of wrist motions, and a lot also related to other biomechanical factors, such as overtraining, either having a history of a shoulder injury, getting new equipment as well, or having poor technique. So there are a few things that you can do if you are experiencing golfer's or tennis elbow. Either putting heat and ice around the elbow, or even doing some self-massage around the area near the elbow can help with the pain symptoms. Research has shown that wrist isometrics are the best way to help with either golfer or with tennis elbow. So how to perform wrist isometrics, what you're going to be doing is having your wrist in a neutral position. You are going to be doing a wrist extension motion, but maintaining neutral position. I'm placing my other hand on top and pushing my fist into my hand here, holding it for 5 seconds at a time. I'm going to be performing 10 of these, taking a rest, and performing another 10. What I'm doing is as I'm pressing up, I should be feeling these muscles down here near the elbow activating. When tolerated, you can increase this to a 10-second hold. And those are some wrist isometrics. Second exercise you can perform if you are experiencing golfer's or tennis elbow is what I like to call arm wringing. Arm wringing, what we're doing is we're stretching out the muscle, the fascia, as well as doing a bit of nerve flossing. So how to perform this arm wringing, I'm going to take a bit of a step back here. You can have your arm in front, starting with your palm up towards the ceiling, and then from here, palm all the way down here. As I'm moving my arm up and my arm down, what I'm feeling is a bit of a stretch going all the way down my forearm to my hand. When I'm going down, palm facing down or thumb pointing down, I'm feeling another stretch down my forearm, again down to the hand. This is an easier position when your hand is in front of you. To make it more difficult, you can have your hand beside you. Out to the side, again performing in and out. I like to perform 15 of these, taking a rest, and then doing another 15. And this is arm wringing. The last exercise I'm going to show you is called wrist eccentrics. And this is something that can be performed when you're not in the acute phase of having any elbow injury here. So when you're not as sensitive and you're able to grip weight and lift. From here, what I have is a 5-pound weight. I'm going to be resting my elbow off a counter or a table here to keep my arm and my wrist in a neutral position. I'm going to guide my wrist up into that extended position here, and I'm going to slowly control going down into a fully flexed or bent position. Again, supporting going up, and then control going down. For this one, doing it nice and slow and controlled, always helping guiding up, controlling going down, performing 10 of these, taking a rest, and then performing another 10. Again, this exercise is supposed to help with more lateral epicondylitis, so more your tennis elbow, or having pain on the outside of your elbow.
The last question is, can we prevent tennis or golf elbow?
Because golfer and tennis elbow is highly related with biomechanical factors, I always suggest to golfers to check in with their healthcare provider, either a physiotherapist or a chiro, to see if they can get an assessment and see if there's something they can do to help decrease the risk of this overstrain injury. Either if they're compensating with their shoulder or even with their elbow to perform their repetitive movements. I also suggest to golfers to check in with their coach, their swing coach, to see if there's something within their swing mechanics that they can improve or change to decrease that risk of an overuse injury of their elbow.
How or where do they find you if they're local?
For myself, I'm located in Kitsilano in Vancouver, BC, and you can find me on Instagram at Jess Wong Physio, or even in the clinic at Myo Detox Kitsilano.
Jess, thank you again for coming. If you want to get a hold of Jess, don't forget all of our information is below in the descriptions. Let us know if you have tennis elbow, if you suffered from it, or golf elbow. If any of these exercises were helpful, I will be doing these every day and rewatching this video to help. Make sure you share the video with any of your other friends that have trouble with tennis or golf elbow, and let us know if there's any other exercises that you love to try in order to strengthen your elbow. And you know how to get a hold of Jess in the description below. Leave a comment, and if you've watched my videos, make sure you like them and subscribe if you already haven't. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.